Right, we're back live now. So use the information that 27.3 divided by 2.8 equals 76.44. Now, let's compare this with this. Now, let's also make it bigger. Okay, right. Can you remember these bottom numbers 1, 3, and 4? Yeah, can you remember that? So I'm going to make it bigger. I have to delete some stuff now. Okay, let's make it bigger. It's too small. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, which questions are we trying now? Which ones are we supposed to be doing now?
That one.
Which one?
No? Last one.
Okay. Doing the bottom one?
Yeah.
Which other one are we doing?
I think it was the last one and number 4 as well. And the last two and number 4. Second one. And the second one.
Second one.
Yeah. Second one, pick one. Not on that one, the next one.
Oh, what about this first one?
Just that one.
Just that one. Okay. Right, so 76.44 divided by 28. So let's look at the original question here. 76.44 hasn't changed. We're going to divide it by normally, what would it normally be divided by? 2.8, isn't it? In the original question. And that should give us an answer of 27.3. If you rearrange the original value they gave you, let's see how we have to change that now. Now, 76.44 stays the same. The 28 was originally 2.8. So how do we make 2.8 into 28? Make it 10 times? Now, when you make the bottom number 10 times bigger, we must make the answer 10 times smaller. It has the opposite effect in division questions. Okay, so the final answer should be 3.73. Excellent. Is that all the ones that circled for this first section?
Yeah. And number 2. And the last one.
Okay. Is that one smaller? Yeah, and this one's on. So this one here. Okay, let's do this one over here. So we have here, the original value is 27.3 times by 2.8 is equal to 76.44. That's the original calculation. Let's have a look how we're going to change our one. So 2.73. So 27.3 has been made what now? 10 times smaller. That's the original. It's become 2.73. 2.8 was the original value. It's become now 280. So we made the original value 2.8. How many times bigger? 100 times bigger. Now you've got opposite effects on one line. Now what happens now? When we make this part of the question 10 times smaller, what do we do to the answer? The answer also becomes 10 times smaller. When we make this part of the question 100 times bigger, we make the answer on this side now 100 times bigger. So from here, where do we move? From the where we moved to a new place? Backwards. Or is it back to the right? So one effect made it smaller, and then we undone it and made it bigger again. So the net effect will give us an answer of 764.4. So this is different than the first couple of videos that we're doing. So this is showing you what happens when you have different effects. One's making it smaller, one's making it bigger, how they interact with each other. Okay, we're happy with those questions there, folks? Huh? Okay, let's move on. I'm going to clear this page, and I'm going to move down. Okay, here we go. Now, which questions are circled from here? The third one? The third one, and this one? And this one, yeah? Okay, let's have a look at this one here now. We always compare to the original value. We have 97.6 here, and that's become what? It was originally, the decimal point was here. So we made it 1, 2, 1,000 times smaller. Okay. Let's look at this number. 370, what's happened to 370? 370 has been made how many times smaller? 1, and then So it's actually been made 100 times smaller. So the answer should have been 36112. So now let's have a look at the net effect. We made this one 1,000 times smaller and this one 100 times smaller from our original value to here. Now, what's the effect of making it 1,000 and 100 times smaller? We've got to make our answer 100 times smaller, 100,000 times smaller, sorry. So how many jumps here? 1, 2 to the left, 1, 2, 3. We have to jump how many times? 5 to the left from here now. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, another one. So the final answer here will give us an answer of 0.36112. So we made this one smaller and that one smaller, so there's all those effects added together. Okay, let's look at the next one. We have here, these next two questions, 36.112. So now remember, the original number was what? 36112. Okay, here it is. So how do we get from 36112 to 36.112? What have we done to the number? We made the number, original number, 100 times smaller? 1,000. Okay, the original number here. The 37 was originally started off as 370. So how many times I made it smaller? 100 times smaller. So let's have a look how that pans out. So let's just rewrite the question. We have 36. What's going? 0.112. Whoa, just going all over the place. 36.112 divided by 3.7. Let's have a look at those effects in a different color now. We made the top one we made 1,000 times smaller. The bottom one has been made 10 times more. Is it 100 times smaller? 100 times smaller. Now what should the answer originally have been? When you divide 3612 and you divide it by that, should give you what? 97. The original answer should have been 97.6. Now let's put these effects on it now. So let's go back to the red. When we make the top number 1,000 times smaller, you make the answer also 1,000 times smaller. That effect has that effect there. Next. When we make the bottom number 100 times smaller, what do we make the answer? 100 times? There it goes backwards again. So the answer finally becomes, stops at 9.76. So you have to look. These three become these three, and these two go backwards because it has an inverse effect. Okay. The bottom question here. I need to clear some space now. Okay. The bottom question, right. Let me just quickly grab the. That's okay, so 312, that's alright. Okay, let's do one more question like this. Okay. Okay, folks. This is what the original value should be. We're going to see how this question is, how you manipulate this one. So that's not my answer at the moment. Okay, so it's not equal really at the moment. So 36112 is over here divided by 9.76. We can see how this original number here gets modified. This one. What do we do to the top number? The 36112 became 10 times bigger. So our original answer here should become 10 times bigger. What happened to the bottom number? So it was 97.6, it became 10 times smaller. If you make the bottom number 10 times smaller, we've got to make the answer 10 times. So we're making it bigger again. So if we've done one making bigger, one making smaller, it has the same effect of making twice bigger. So the final answer will give us what? 370, the original number, and then another 2 zeros. Okay. Let me color code that for you. We've gone this way here. So we've gone this way. Okay. And then the bottom one, we made this one 10 times smaller, gone this way. And that's also had the effect of making 10 times bigger in the answer. That's the effect. Done.